Anyway, to make a great gummy ship, let's go. You know what, I don't know where my face cam's gonna be best here. We'll put it here for now. You got your main ship, you want to make an original, you want to install some blocks, and the first thing you want to do is prioritize either weapon gummies or movement gummies, whichever one is more important to you, because going fast is a thing. Oh, actually, hang on a minute. First you want to go auxiliary gummies, because every gummy ship you have has to have at least one of these cockpit gummies. Man, that's hard to say, sorry about that. So, put this in. I recommend putting it at the very back, in the center. That's just, for me, a great place to place. Because then, when you're playing this game, your gummy ship is in the center. And I don't know if projectiles can hit you everywhere within the square, or if it's just the gummies that you have in this cube. But if it's just the gummies that you have in this cube, then, you know, it means that you've got all this time from the front to here until the bullets hit you and do damage. Granted, it's not the entire square, but just the actual gummy blocks you placed. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back. We're going to choose weapon gummies or movement gummies. I'm going to go movement gummies. You start with 2 of these boosters, so if you didn't pick up the other one, we're going to just start with these now. And I'm going to place them here and here, at the back. Because I think that's a good idea. It's also possible for you to put that behind your little ship. So, depending on the form you want your vehicle thing to take, you can always put it like here and here, and then put your gummy ship there. That's entirely your decision, obviously. But yeah, that's just a preference of mine. Next thing you want to do is, you know, put as much movement as you want. I like putting a propeller there, just because it's pretty neat. You can use things like this. But be warned that you'll see it takes 20 power. This takes negative 12 power. This takes 0 power. So you can put this on basically for free. I mean, there's obviously the cost to it, but you get some speed for it without draining too much power. I don't really know the significance of power. I'm guessing if you use too much power, your ship performs suboptimally and not very well. So, yeah. I'd always try to have your power around neutral or something if you can. But if you guys actually know what power does, feel free to tell me, because I'm pretty hopeless with it. Right. Also, if you don't worry about speed that much, you know, I'd get rid of both of these two and just put in, like, one of these, I guess. Because that's probably fine as well. Next thing, weapon gummies. So this, in my opinion, is the most important part. You'll see that we have fire gummies to start with, and we'll have blizzard gummies to start with. All this other stuff we just got then. You also have a thunder one to start with. You won't have water, but that's right. So, what I like to do is I'll get a heap of like these sorts of ones, and I'll just place them like, I don't know, there. Grab some fire ones, place them down as well, and then I don't know, what else do I like? Maybe this one that creates a small burst on impact, and I'll place that, yeah, there somewhere. Okay, but I've gone over my cost at the moment, and that's not what you want to be doing. So we'll actually get rid of these two. We'll keep one, I suppose. It's not symmetrical, and that could annoy some people. So if it annoys you, change it up. Do what you want. but we'll be fixing it later as we get more space. As that cost in the top right over up this corner, that'll increase later. At least it should. I don't know how 0 EXP affects this in the Gummi ships, but we should get that increased later. And then you'll be able to add a lot more. So Thunder's already pre-installed onto your main high wind Gummi ship. That one locks onto 2 enemies and fires tracking lasers. So I just read the description. Yep, that's what I did. And basically it's like you like shoot the enemy a few times, and then you let go of the trigger, and then it fires 2 lasers. You will see its cost is 100 and offense is 72. Where these ones, this one's cost is 110, and instead of its offense being 72, its offense is 90. And this one similarly, its cost is 70, its offense is 43. But this one's cost is 70 and its offense is 80. So this one obviously does more damage, but this one locks onto the closest enemy and fires 2 shots. So Comet and Thunder lock onto enemies automatically. If you prefer that, go for it, but I think that you do a lot more damage if you just manually shoot. And you can protect yourself because you can just shoot all the enemies coming towards you in front of you. So I'd get rid of these Thunder ones as soon as you can. But it's up to you. Do what you want. Not going to tell you how to build your life or how to build your ship. And then next, we're going to go basic Gummies. So you save a little bit of cost. So basically, have the helmet thingy, right? Your little cockpit. I have some movement Gummies, so you've got a little bit of speed there. Like ours is at 54 and our power is -3, so it's not too bad. And then with all that leftover cost space, after you've bought as many attacking Gummies as you can, you're gonna look for these Gummies here that give you HP. Specifically for me, I enjoy this one. I mean, you can get whatever you want. I'm sure there's like a cost for value sort of thing where you can look at the cost and be like, how much HP is it giving me? Would I like to have tons of these 9 costing ones to give me 27 HP? Or, do I want just like some of these 3 costing ones to give me 9 HP? Or these 2 ones that give me 7 HP? Because that's a lot, actually. And obviously there's 2, and then 5, and then 2, and then 6, 2 and then 7, sorry. Obviously the one on the left is better because it has the same cost, but it gives you more HP. So, something to consider. Buying 3 of these will cost you 6 and give you HP 21, I believe? Yep. So if you look at something that costs 6, that's not 21 HP. So you're better off buying 3 of these than what you are buying 1 of these, if that makes sense. Yeah. And then if you bought 8, instead of getting... Sorry, yeah, if you bought 4 of them, that'd be the cost of 8, and then in total, getting 4 of these would give you 28 HP. So if you look at this one, right, for 8, you're getting 23 HP, so it's not worth it at all. So the idea is, you want to go best cost for best HP. So, for the cost of 8, we can get 28 HP, which is somewhat better than this. It is better than that. So, we're going to do that. Have a look through, make sure you find what you're looking for, that's the most cost effective, and go for it. I'm going to be getting these little triangles, because they're really small, they're not taking up as much room as this one. And they still give us that HP of 7. Now you can go through and find whichever ones you think are better, but that's just my recommendation. And these arrow ones just give you more rolling, as well as like 1 HP, most of the time. So that's something important to consider. So once you've got a little bit of cost left, buy a whole bunch of these, slap them in wherever you like. I don't know, and it might look really silly, and that is perfectly fine, just something like that, big 4, spiky pieces. That's awesome. Am I right? Yeah, for sure. And then you just do the same thing over here. Just slap some of those in. You know what? You might be one of those people that likes it symmetrical. If you add it over here, it's not actually going to be that symmetrical. So, yeah. Because remember, we're working in block spaces. Yeah, so just keep going until you can't add any more. Until you add a space. And now we're out of space. And if your OCD is hitting you and you're like, hey, that's not symmetrical, fix it. You know, you can color it. It's your time. You do what you want. And for me, I'm going to put this one next to our purple cube, so it's a little bit more symmetrical. And this is our sharp-looking Gummi ship with 274 HP, 354 defense, and 54 speed. Negative, what is that? 16 rolling. So if you care about rolling, go for it. And then we're going to change the skin real quick. We're literally just going to go, hey, I want all of this to be white. Not like for a white supremacist kind of view or anything. Just because I can. To make it look a little bit more neat and all color matching and whatever. And then if you want, you can even, you know, you get a pattern. Be like, hey, I like these stars. And you can put little white stars, little red stars on your white. So, yeah. Or you can find some other patterns. You can get like Yoshi egg looking colors. And, paste them down. Oh, that's not quite it. Like that, you know? You're like, look at that. That's pretty neat. And then you can even grab this black and change your propeller color. Because the propeller color is going to matter a little bit. Because as it spins, it's going to look a little bit different all the time. So if we grab something like this for the propeller, it might look really neat and look cool as it's spinning. Alright, and of course you can get different materials and you can go through there and have a look at how cool they are because some of them look alright. Alright, anyway, that's it. Then you look at abilities. Sorry, I guess it wasn't it. Look at abilities, you'd be like, hey, what upgrades do I want? I recommend getting cannon upgrade because all we've added to the ship is cannons, you know. And you'll see your AP at the top. That's how many upgrades you can have. And then you decide if you want HP or speed. I myself, I don't actually know what I'd rather. I'm just gonna go speed because I'd rather this thing hit really fast and hit really hard, and that's all that really matters to me. That's all we want to do. We just want to maximize our damage output with this thing. And if it's got some speed, that's good too, but normally, in the open world, it matters, you know what, I'll show you in a second. First things first, let's save this. We'll save it here, and we'll call it, how about something like, off the top of my head, Spotler dot. Or you can also call it spot the dot if you rather. I don't mind. It's a thing, it's spiky, it's pretty neat. So now that we've saved, we can exit the menu. There's our spot the dot, propeller spilling. That's why you need a pattern on your propeller, you know, to make it look pretty cool. And it's got some abilities attached. It looks ridiculous, and that is great. And actually, if you compare it to the stats of the High Wind, you'll have a look at them. High Wind has 7 rolling. It hasn't used all of its cost yet, But you will notice ours has a lot more... I mean, near about the same amount of HP. Even though it's got all these huge parts, and ours is just a whole bunch of little triangles. But our offense is severely better, and our speed is better, even though it's just a propeller on the front, actually. Which only should boost it by 10 speed anyway, so I don't know, maybe something on here is slowing it down, but yeah. That's just how easy that is. Next, you want to go Embark.
Hey, Sora, I got a tip for you.
You want to select a destination, and we're just going to be like, hey, we're going to go to this waypoint. Hang on, that's not the waypoint. This waypoint. We're going to embark from here, because that's the closest one to the treasure we haven't opened yet. We're going to go setup. Don't go begin voyage yet. Make sure you go setup. Select your main ship. Oh. I guess you can get other ships or something. I don't know. That's interesting. Anyway, then you begin the voyage. And now something that we can do, if we want to prep for this main quest... Man, this got really loud. If you want to prep for like 0 EXP, proud mode, whatever, I recommend looking around here and checking out all those diamonds